Hello, Washington City. Mayor Staheli here at Fire Station 61 north of the freeway on Buena Vista Boulevard. I recently had the opportunity to spend some time with Chief Evans in conjunction with Fire Prevention Week, which is the first week of October. I walked away from that meeting not only more grateful than ever for the men and women, the firefighters who put their lives on the line to keep us safe, but also with a new perspective on just how far we've come in terms of prioritizing and committing to our fire service and our public safety in general. Did you know that if you added up the combined total of annual sales tax and property tax, the City Council appropriates about 90% of that funding to public safety, meaning fire department and police department. The proof is in the budget. And so that's something that I'm very proud of, that we put that as our absolute priority as a mayor and council. I want to just touch on a little bit of the progress that we've made within the city over the last 4 to 5 years. If you look back 4 years ago, our fire department consisted of a chief and 12 full-time firefighters in addition to our volunteer and part-time firefighters. Now we continue to use some volunteers and part-times as an important component, but as we've grown, we've actually added 12 additional firefighters plus a battalion chief. So we've been able to double the size of our personnel in order to keep up with the demands. And in fact, most of the calls, in fact, 80% of the calls that we receive in Washington are medical related. So you'll be happy to know that with the foresight of our chief, every single one of our firefighters are either paramedics, EMT, or advanced EMT, because they're responding to those medical calls, those accidents, in addition to fires. Now, with apparatus and equipment, you go back 4 years ago, we had a dated fleet. Most of that equipment was built in the 90s, and we spent a lot of time just trying to keep it functional. Well, over the last few years, in fact, even last year, we were able to replace out 2 brush trucks with new brush trucks. We replaced an engine that went down with a brand new 2022 Pierce Puck fire engine. We also partnered with Hurricane Valley Fire District to purchase a ladder truck, a brand new ladder truck, which was much needed, which is able to service both of our communities. And currently we have on order an additional fire engine. So we've been able to turn over our fleet with that prioritization of fire service and public safety to give our firefighters the equipment that they need. Now, again, looking back 4 to 5 years ago, we just had 2 stations, Station 61 here and Station 62 on Washington Dam Road. Today, you'll notice that we have a station in Coral Canyon. That's a shared station with Hurricane Valley. It's our Station 64. And we are staffing them with a 4-person shift at each station. So it's fully staffed station, and that's important to have response times into our communities. Now, looking forward, we're beginning to see increased call volume in the Sienna Hills area. We also anticipate a continued commercial growth in that area. So because of that, the council has selected and purchased a site for a future station in that area. We also see some growth happening in the south end of our city in the Washington Hills. So we've actually partnered with a development agreement to when we're ready and the time is right to select a site within a development down there for an additional station. So we are continuing to prioritize and keep up with our growing, evolving community. Now, just on one more note, it's October, Halloween is coming up. It's a fun time of year. One of the best events that we have annually is our Trunk or Treat, and that happens at the Washington City Community Center. This year, it will be on October 23rd. Get there early, bring your costumes, bring your bags, be prepared to fill those up with candy. I'm confident you'll see our firefighters there handing out candy. In fact, you'll see our firefighters throughout the community all the time. When you see them, wave to them, say hello, say thank you, express your gratitude to them. I know that every time I see them, I try to thank them for the service that they render to our community. And until next month, I'm Mayor Staheli.